Winnerbracket semifinal, the second one here to our hands. Fly 2-0's Sock is one step away from being the first orc into the top 8. The second one could follow. Lin versus LawLiet to determine his opponent and to determine Sock's opponent. Here are your players, both Koreans, both very successful Koreans, both in the top 2 of their respective races. Lin for the orcs, LawLiet for the night elves. This is the first map, Last Refuge.
LawLiet, the only night elf with chances anymore. The big name, the big superstar Moon, didn't qualify, didn't get out of his group, which was admittedly the group of death. So
well, maybe he will be invited to the top 8.
So all hopes now lie on LawLiet's shoulders, who has been tryharding recently pretty hard. He's been living in Shanghai these last couple of weeks, I believe, in one of the newbie team houses, and has been grinding like crazy. Has, I think, 2 or 3 accounts in the top ranks of Netties currently, so should certainly be in shape. And Lin, while he's never not in shape really, but how good exactly is he? Is he gonna blow our minds once again? Or is he just normal Lin good status? If both players here bring their A game, this is going to be a treat for us to see. And a very closely observed match across the world of Warcraft 3, because these are 2 big influencers for their races. We start off with Blade Master versus Keeper. So we are still sticking with this style here, as it seems. The Keeper hunts expansion versus Blade Master, Shadow, Grunt, Shaman. That is the most played meta nowadays, but it's not the only kind of play style that especially Orc is capable of utilizing.
True that. First of all, I gotta rewind a little and correct you or update you. Yes, LawLiet has been grinding games, but he caught some food poisoning 2 days ago and is still not feeling well. I had a call with him this morning, and he didn't really sound too good, to be honest. Little sick, a little under the weather, I guess, so hopefully he can bring his A game. His ping should be a little better than normal, being in China, as you said correctly. And maybe, I always wonder, are people overplayed? He grinded games for 2 weeks. Was it maybe a little too much? He did play nothing else because he said, oh, if I play PUBG or League of Legends or StarCraft, I feel bad because I'm here to practice Warcraft. Maybe that was a little too much. Blade Master's here only with an illusion, but creeps are attacking from 2 sides.
Throws the boulder onto the Keeper as well. It's the mirror image build again.
Yep.
This is so cool. Alright, it was not just a fad. Is this... Wait a minute. Is this just because of the Merc camp? That's so smart. You can start harassing with the illusion from the Merc camp and you're still creeping up yourself. You're saving on salves because your illusions are taking a lot of damage. This is super cool.
It's a very, very different approach from playing Blade Master, obviously. He's not gonna have Windwalk, most likely, because he can't support this mana-wise. So he's down to Illusion and Crit, or he surprises me completely. No. So you can also summon Lightning Shield on your illusions and scout a lot, of course. Takes away the Windwalk. Takes away the last hit opportunities. Takes away a lot of map control as well from that angle. But yeah, we saw this working for Focus. And Lin is picking this up.
And Illusion is also really good at scouting. And Blade Master is, of course, always good at scouting. But the Blade Master is always where he's scouting as well. But with the Illusion, you're seeing the Keeper in one position and the Blade Master can go into another one. Focus was already playing the Illusion build pretty well, but I think Lin is one-upping him here with this play so far. This is looking so good.
So far it is. Level 2 for the Keeper. Blade Master is out creeping him a little. Now in with the damage. LawLiet with through 2 hunts out, I guess. Playing for the last hit. But with the Keeper and 2 hunts, this last hit should go to LawLiet. Yeah, even uses the Entangle for it. Wow.
Yeah, to secure the last hit. That was nice. He's full mana anyways.
True. No double Engine of War. No expansion. Just the tech. not mass hunts for now.
Yeah, he wants to creep up the natural, expand, then alchemist, and then hunts, I guess. It seems to make the most sense to me. Keeper is not really a hero you can play on one base at all. I would say especially in this matchup, but actually in every matchup. Just too weak in the late game. You need to have the numbers to make up for the weak late game presence of the hero. This is a nice creep jack here though. A lot of illusions this game. We have the Wand of Illusion also on the Keeper. Ogre Magi steal. That's a big one. This was effectively a lot of time wasted by Lin trying to go for the Merchant creep, but got pushed away. The Huntress is a little bit too strong right now. But the expansion is already late. Isn't it time for LawLiet to force the issue here? Or is it what's the plan here?
I don't know. It's time for something, but what really? It's 5 hunts now. And nothing else. He has 560 gold, no lores, no mass. I don't really get it. Maybe it's a tier 2 push with towers, but there's no wisps either. Alchemist and he's supply stuck.
Oh my god. Lin put a serpent ward on the high ground in case wisps were to start building there. He's so insane. He's just so insane, dude. Unbelievable. And this aggressive keeper play really has to find kills, really has to find value. If you don't have the expansion, which there isn't, LawLiet is actually trying to make the keeper work one base. Something that I don't think I've ever seen work on this level.
We get a Wyvern for damage against hunts. Almost untouchable except from the heroes, but that damage shouldn't be enough to threaten that one, really. Rune Bracers, not... will be one for the shop. Shaman coming. And I'm still looking to that base. Second Engine of War at 7 minutes. Without an expansion.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't really have spare cash to invest into anything else. He got upgrades and heroes and tech and stuff.
Is Lin blindly going for this expo? Oh, no, for the creep spot. I thought, okay. Do you expect an expansion to be there as one would normally? But no. Creeping continues, but should definitely be faster for the orc. Shadowhunter level 2 soonish. Curious about the first fight, because Lin can't position himself as he wants to in these fights without Windwalk. So can he get past the Huntress blocker line and threaten the Keeper? Or is that even... like, is this necessary?
Normally not. This game so far is looking very straightforward. We don't even have archers here. It's just hunts, so serpent wards are supposed to be the key. And of course, Windrider is also very nice. Taking out the one piece of anti-air right away with the purges. So how to deal with these Windriders now? LawLiet, this game is quickly slipping out of his hands. He has lost the one power spike, or I should say he didn't make use of the one power spike he had, which was the level 2 entangle, before there's too many shaman. Lin played too well passively, now realizes he has the dispel necessary and can look for kills himself, steals the Ogre Magi camp, or rather item away from the opponent. This is just looking close to perfect from Lin.
Yep, I agree, but not too much coming from LawLiet in general. Like, no real timings, no attacks. Level 3 Alchemist. His heroes are good. Wyvern get out of that fight now that archers come in.
The Sentinels are really good to have vision above the trees. It helps a lot against the Windriders.
So many wisps. Blade Master surrounded. Is he? Could be. Okay, 3 damage against archers with this. Oh, detonates. He's positioning himself. There we go. Everything empty. And he's blocking against the Blade Master and Grunt as well. Oh my god. No Windwalk forces the Invul Potion. No kills. But all of a sudden, a big sign of strength for LawLiet, saying, okay, man, don't underestimate me. I'm still here.
That was a scary moment right there. But Looked a little bit like overconfidence by Lin. Like, why is he pushing into this base? He's playing 1 base versus 1. As long as he keeps on creeping and getting upgrades, this is great for him. So, if he loses the blade there and perhaps 2 more grunts, suddenly this game is looking awful. That was a little bit careless, I'd say, from that. Well, he doesn't get punished too much, so it's fine in the grand scheme of things.
Book of the Dead, always nice if there's no AoE dispel. Everything for Lin is so hurt. Not the strongest heal wave here. What's supposed to tank now? This 1 grunt, I guess. This is scary.
It's taking forever to kill this camp without dispel. The inner fire makes this very tough. Finally, Lin gets in. Almost gets level 3 Shadow with it. Does have the level 3 Blade Master now. But weird as it is, LawLiet might be back in this game.
Yeah. Hood of Cunning. Decent for the Alchemist. More mana, more armor. Both things he desperately needs. Shadowhunter still not 3. Wyvern not doing too much. Now flying into the Night Elf arms, but no archers.
Yeah, one of the heroes here. Very low damage only. LawLiet going into upkeep now.
Lots of wisps again. 5.
And a grunt freebie perhaps. Nope, there is the spell, but the shaman mana is pretty low at this point. Skull of the Beast coming in though. That's a big damage increase now. We have Book of the Dead coming in from one side. Could be a counter Book of the Dead. The Shadowhunter still has his in his inventory. Level 2 on the mirror images. Once again, they will be soaking up quite a bit of damage here from these hunts. But the grunts in the front line taking a lot of DPS as well. Lightning Shield on the illusion, but the illusion could be taken out. Blade Master in trouble as well. Heal Scroll in the back, and both players wanting to retreat at the same time. Not eager to fight here anymore, as it seems.
Everything's kind of bruised. No mana for the Keeper, as you pointed out. Level 4.5. The anti-air transition is going well for LawLiet, though. No Raider follow-up, just grunts and Shaman. Especially heavy on Shaman. And finally an expansion.
A player's forces are under attack.
By the way, we didn't mention this yet. It's Fawn's Aura. The anti-vamp aura, pretty much, but only on grunts and blade. Doesn't affect the entire army.
Huh. So it's 1 entangle, 1 thorns, and 2 treants?
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense, I guess.
Entangle is dispelled anyway with all that single target dispel. And it forces more mana to dispel treants, and treants are more versatile with more scouting and better against buildings. Lightning Shield coming in on the illusion again. Grunt falls in the back line, or the front line rather. But where's the damage of Lin? Is it enough? I kind of doubt it. Oh, the Lightning Shields are good though. Heal Spray against it, counters it pretty much perfectly. There's one more. A nice Shadow Melt by LawLiet. Keeper should reposition a little. And the Serpent
That's the
Dwarfs.
thing about these mass archers. They're good against like all the units and stuff, but attacking out illusions, they're not that good.
Yeah.
But here the illusions once again mostly taken out. We have quite a big invisible front line here with Shadow Melt on the hunts. Doesn't want to lose them too easily to the Serpent Ward. And as long as LawLiet delays his engagement and buys time for the expansion, he's satisfied with what's happening here. More
Big
treants.
amount of treants now. Yes. Running into the back line. And the Heal Spray, man. What a carry this spell is. Shaman are falling rather quickly. Level 4 Blade Master. Finally crit level 2. That will help with the archers. Wyvern down though. And the other one out of the fight for now. Keeper turns around, gets the kill in a second. A little sloppy.
Speed scroll away. Is the Blade Master safe? Yes, he is. No entangle right there.
But close.
But dude, LawLiet taking these strong fights is so surprising.
On the back of an expansion. 50% expo.
Very important that he has these 2-2 upgrades. He was fast to go into upgrades. Without them, These Archer Hunt armies are pretty weak, but with them, they are fairly decent. And Wind Riders early on tier 2 are pretty nice, but at this late stage, they're pretty awful. The grunt numbers are a little bit, or were a little bit too low.
Yeah.
Also kind of slow with the armor upgrade on the grunt.
Kind of interesting how he's not going into Raiders at all. Would be nice too. Second red spot. Legion Doomhorn. TP out. He got what he wanted. Is a base up. Has good hero levels. Almost. Oh, no losses. Damn the shield spray, Remo.
How this game turned around so quick, and LawLiet defying the meta. He is playing an expansion now finally, but this was so late. It just started mining just a minute ago. This is like a 50 supply expansion, something that tier 3 undeads do. Something that perhaps, I don't know, orcs do against human, but very unusual in this matchup. And Lin, it feels like he was a little bit too sure of his victory. That push earlier on really came to cost him.
The one overextension, by the way, Blade Master, a lot of the rings, +9, +9.6. Good to summon lightning shields on him, as if there's no wisp, but we would love to have damage for the crits. That is an issue. He's kind of getting ready to push again, but what can he do? One speed scroll, that's it. Yeah, grunt down.
Reinforcements being
He
found.
has wisps
Grunt.
here.
Alright, Lightning Shield kind of has to do it, I think. Double Lightning Shield on the Blade Master Illusions, but there's Heal Spray against it. This
So much.
easily out-heals the Lightning Shield. And of course, cost a lot of mana as well. The Shaman are completely dry.
Entangle on the Kodo Beast. The damage reduces again without the command aura. And the Blade Master plus Lightning Shield is simply not enough. He can't threaten the heroes. Another Berserker falls. More Lightning Shield, but that's one of the last ones. But LawLiet is losing units in rapid succession as well. Now moves the Treants away to create a blocker line with the Treants. The Archers away to create a block line with the Treants. Lin down to 36 though.
This level 3 heal spray is so good.
Yeah.
Alchemist is 5.5. Keeper is almost 6. LawLiet found so many kills this game. Also a lot of creeping, of course.
Last
And
hit.
Lin, it looked like he had this game after the early, but no, not so fast. LawLiet comes back. GG. 1-0 for the Night Elf.
Damn! With this one base opening, he's able to take that. Having more damage in the late game. How surreal almost.
Yeah, but Lin with the big mistake there of going for the attack with 2/2 levels only. And also the unit comp there kind of questionable. Like mass huntresses, you don't need to get fancy. You just need grunts with armor upgrades and mass shaman. You don't need wind riders. You don't need kodos. You just need grunts to tank, and serpent wards will deal the damage. When your one concern is archers, then okay. But in that case, wind riders don't do anything for you, and neither does the kodo.
Yeah.
Beautiful early game by Lin, but then with a couple of questionable decisions in the mid game, gives it away his advantage, and LawLiet, yeah, with his own style, not like overreacting, not falling into the trap of having to go early expansion, but plays it later with a heavy emphasis on upgrades, which is so important.
It's kind of weird how I like to see an orc without disable. No hex in this build, no ensnare in this build, no stomp in this build, just like nothing. And the Night Elf could just do whatever he wanted. There was no pressure on the heroes, so we had a very strong heal spray later. Even more damage coming in thanks to the Thorns aura. He kept a bunch of hunts alive for more AoE, so he bled him dry kind of, and then he had close to 6/6 heroes in the end. That's not supposed to happen. LawLiet got 2 red spots as well. Could pretty much move freely across the map.
Yeah. I wonder if how this would have looked if Lin had just been more passively, had just been creeping, would have gotten level 4/4s quickly, and then just counter expand as an answer. That could have been an option, but not what he decided to do. One failed attack, once again, can have massive ramifications. We go on to map 2 now. The counter pick by Lin, and it's going to be Twisted Meadows. which I'm looking forward to seeing. A map that is pretty rare to see nowadays. When we do see it, it's normally always involving Night Elf or Orc, with especially Human, of course, vetoing it so much. And yeah, it's a very different map. It's a very large map. It can be a macro-based map, but contrary to that concept, it's very hard to creep up early. So a very special map, which is why I always enjoy seeing this one. Twisted Meadow games are normally quite different from other games.
Could also be a fast one with an AP rush or a very aggressive style that Life played when he was still a professional Warcraft player. Remind did it as well a couple of years back. Interesting, by the way, Lin was always LawLiet's nemesis, eliminated him a lot in previous matches, but the last encounter was the Warcraft survival battle, which is always a best of 7, and LawLiet killed him 5-2. Also around May, the Night Elves seem to be stronger. It's not that one-sided anymore. We do have a Blade Master, no barracks, no golem creep. So it's an harassing Blade Master. It must be Windwalk this time. If not, I'm baffled.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially against the null creeps here, your illusions don't do much because they get purged, and then, good luck creeping that. So it's going to be Blade with heal selves and maybe speed scroll right away, circlet, and looking to be aggressive. He was scouting the top left, looking for creep there perhaps. Or maybe he just wants to have information where the opponent is. That's of course a downside with the Blade compared to the Farseer. With the Farseer here you can scout all 3 positions right away. With the Blade you could scout 2 with mirror image, but yeah, that's probably not the right idea in this game.
Yeah, I guess he will make a pit stop at the mercenary camp to confirm. Because the peon will be too slow. At the moment, LawLiet nothing on the field either. So, Tech and Burrow, will he go for barracks after all? It's gonna be real late. He only has 30 lumber now.
Yeah, skipping barracks entirely would be kind of outrageous on the pro level. And yeah, he doesn't do that. Isn't going into pure Raider or Windrider. That would be very unlikely to work against the player at the caliber of LawLiet. You do need some grunts. So now it's going to be a little bit ring around the rosy, and this is typical Twisted Meadows early. There's no safe creeps to go for, especially for Night Elf. You can't go for Ancient of War creeping really without a risk. So it's going for the Huntress build, and the big question always is, when is the expansion going to come up? It was surprisingly effective how well LawLiet delayed the expansion in the first game.
Ancient Protector, Remo, upright. Between the base and the lab. I wonder if it's just distraction early
it's only
on.
one. It's only one, so this could just be a bit of a ruse.
This will buy him quite some time for creeping, right? Once he has like 3 hunts, he can go onto the map and creep up the Keeper, while Lin has to deal with the AP in his base.
Yeah. Could certainly, and could also buy time for a Tree of Life if he wants to plant it somewhere. At the left or bottom side of the map would be the most likely.
He scouts the AP, but it's a little too late.
Yeah.
No
and the
additional
grunt numbers being so low now is painful.
Yeah.
If you had 3 grunts already, it could be a lot of pressure on this AP.
Fast reaction into a war mill. Does he really think he's gonna get tower pushed? Because I don't think that's the case. Tier 2, Hunts, Wisp is ready for an expo in the left-hand side, and 12 o'clock.
LawLiet with a sock puppet plays, eating his way into the trees. This is very annoying for Lin, but once he has the Shadowhunter with Serpent Wars, it should be easier to deal with. Shadowhunter is coming out. What's LawLiet doing? I think this is even more interesting. Like, Lin obviously has to respond to this, but LawLiet has this big thorn in Lin's side right now, this AP, and there's a lot of options to play with this little tactical maneuver.
9 o'clock expansion. So we guessed this correctly, just a distraction to keep the Grunts and Blade Master busy. Now pushing in a little to buy even more time, but the Keeper is too hurt with his Windwalking Blade Master. But man, he's having this burrow at 50%. Grunts are doing nothing, waiting for the Shadowhunter. This 1 AP play is working out beautifully.
I wonder if he's going to go for the standard Shadow build or maybe even Hex. Hex doesn't make a lot of sense against Hunts in the late game, but in this scenario, it's really good. If you can disable 1 Huntress right away with Hex, suddenly you only have to deal with 2, and then go for the next Hex. But it's going to be weak later on.
Forces are under attack.
T2 is ready, double AOW, attack upgrades again, early. And he still has to deal. This is also costing a couple of resources, so no Beastery this time.
It's especially costing a lot of lumber. It's not going to be easy to get these Grunts upgrades rolling this game. And the AP 2 shots the Serpent Wards, actually.
How
This
long
is working out really well.
this keeps him busy is really impressive. Lin a little too late with the scouting.
Players' forces are
And
under
this is of
attack.
course a punishment for the no grunt play. Boop, boop. Serpent Ward gone. Also costs mana.
Really smart. Really, really smart play by LawLiet. There's 3 Grunts now, so this should be an easy kill finally. But how much time did this cost?
2 minutes? 1.5?
To be fair, the Keeper wasn't ready to creep up himself, still only level 1 in his own right. Blade Master scouting for the Expo in the left. Is he going to be scouting for the other position as well? No, he's not.
Players' forces are
Oh
under
my. This is a normal position for the expansion.
He hasn't seen the Hunts in a while until the Peon gets entangled outside his main, so he was thinking he was creeping with the Huntresses. Tough calls now for Lin.
Yeah.
Like, what's the proper response? What do we have to look for? What's the right thing to do?
It's kind of like he can't do too much. Again, he has no disable. He's down with Grunts and Shaman. He has a little bit of CC with Purge. Poison Ivy. Good reveal from the Owl. Can he go for another Tangle? No.
Yeah, he's got the speed scroll, so he's always going to be safe. So he doesn't want to waste the mana.
Moonglaive upgrade done, by the way. Helps creeping a lot to have this one more bounce.
Early Nature's Blessing as well. Always helps if you can fit it in. And LawLiet did have the resources necessary. Expansion is walking over now. And he has the Huntress numbers that this should be a safe camp. Could Lin harass this perhaps? He's not even scouting for it right now. Blade Master, this game hasn't been able to do too much yet.
Also, the mercenary camps are not open yet. He's creeping it. I thought he would just go for the Berserker. But no. Wants to be
And Blade
consumable.
saw the Wisp transfer, so he should really know now.
Yeah.
But knowing isn't everything. Question is if he can do something about it. Blade got a Moonwell cancel in the main. That is kind of a big deal, actually. Keeps LawLiet stuck at 50.
A player's forces are under
Not for too much longer, I think. Bigger mana for the Shadow Hunter. 10 additional Serpent Wards.
Yeah, and they're really strong right now. These Serpent Wards are the best thing that Lin has, and this timing push makes a lot of sense. Blade Master is a sacrificial lamb this game. He is pretty damn underwhelming. But the Shadow Hunter is very strong.
Ooh, I wonder if he can hold this. Focuses on the blade, has a heal scroll, is revealed again, runs out of range. And that's pretty much free damage for Grunts and Shadow Hunter. He can't burn him. He can burn the Shaman. There's no TP. 2 speed scrolls though.
Difficult to engage in here. This is so much damage waiting for LawLiet. The big
AP
mana is popped. Plenty more snakes.
Very important now that he got the Nature's Blessing upgrade. This helps a lot. But still, almost no repair. Snakes take care of that.
Dude, there's peons in the main. They might start towering here.
Whoa, Lin. Very cool series between them so far. Expo down.
A player's forces are under attack.
Deadly little push. Boom, there we go.
Dude! This tower position by Lin! How does he want to reach? Okay, he has 2 archers and the heroes.
He's got treants. He's got archers.
Ah, yeah. Oh, damn, I forgot about the treants. Otherwise, it would have been so cool with reinforced defenses.
Upgrades this game seem a little bit later by LawLiet. Again, you need these upgrades. Without them, the Archer Hunt's army is not that strong.
Double kill. All of a sudden, Lin is back.
Yeah. And that's all level 3 Shadow. This makes such a massive difference.
I was about to say, does this work without the Greater Mana still? Because there were 5 Wisps. If he burns his Shadow right away, it was a pretty big help, I guess, to have unlimited Serpent Wards so you can just spam them.
A player's forces are under attack.
But we saw LawLiet falling down to 1 base before, or being stuck on 1 base, I guess it was. He's got a level 3 Alchemist now, which is a big one. Keeper is only level 2. That's pretty low, but this is just the nature of the map.
Double heal scroll. Can he go to the shop? Yeah, Mana Potion and Moonstone. Defense upgrade only now. Is it 2-1? 2-0. Whew. They won't last too long.
First armor upgrade is coming in now, but still gonna take a little while. Serpent Wards, still a lot of them on the field.
Purges are good. Keeping the hunts in place. He has 2 heal scrolls. Easy. He'll wave as well if he needs it. Hunts are kind of falling. Oh, that lightning shield. Sweet. Needs the second heal scroll soon, though. And again, we have heal spray, but this was the last one.
Now, both sides are taking quite a few losses. Level 3 now for the Keeper. Should be Treants too. Yeah. There we go. Shaman still have purges, but not too many, I guess. Grunt numbers also quite a bit diminished. Blade in trouble, getting focused now. But there's a heal wave, but Shadow completely dry now. This is where it could turn around in the Light's favor.
Invo Potion on the Blade Master. No, almost no mana on Night Elf anymore, but the Alchemist has, and that's what he needs with the heal spray. Heal scroll used, but Lin's Blade Master pretty much out of the fight. He loses the Berserker. Yep, to that 1 Keeper shot, but he's almost surrounded. But LawLiet holds. With 40 supply,
chasing.
Lin not getting the double kill of expansion and main. Heal
This
spray
Alchemist is using 0 acid bombs, by the way.
again. Yeah.
Have you noticed? It's
Yeah.
only heal spray.
I was waiting for it during the entangle, but I guess it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, just heal up your hunts and archers, wait until the Shadow's out of mana. And then, maybe that's your game.
Tower coming up against the next expansion.
Beautiful shot position by Lin. That's so nice. In the middle of the map.
And another Berserker too. Level 4 Alchemist. Acid Bomb got a lot better if he decides to go for...
Ooh, and the Linehorn. That's really, really, really good.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. 6 armor on Hans.
Could go up to 8 if he gets another upgrade, which he may want to.
Not going for it yet. Kind of a tough call for Lin what to do now. He still doesn't have a Beastery. Goes upgrades. Okay, he is 1-1 then. Has a Clarity, has a Heal Scroll, has a Beast Scroll, but his entire army, since it's a percentage buff, doesn't do too much here. Expo cancelled again, thanks to the Watchtower.
It doesn't affect the Serpent Wards, which is a big part of his damage output. Perhaps the biggest. So in we go once again. Aggressive Purge is coming out against the Hunts right away, but there's plenty of Shaman over here. I'm really surprised we don't have Wisp Detonates. We're like right next to the main. Alchemist, kind of low HP already and out of mana. LawLiet has to reposition with a TP. Gets back behind the Moonwells. Oh no, in front of the Moonwells.
The Lightning Shields! Lightning Strikes, oh boy, that's a lot of damage on archers. And, yeah, Beast Scroll as well. LawLiet, this doesn't seem to be your game to take. The Shaman in numbers do good magic damage against Huns. Level
Shadow's
4
out of
Keeper.
mana again. Shadow's out of mana. This is when it swings around. LawLiet holds again. We're trading. But it's a favorable trade for the Orc, right? Is it? Like it's kind of even.
On one base, pretty much. Love the Witch Doctor by Lin again. putting down a sentry ward and sees the second expansion already. He got so much covered.
A player's
This one
forces
here
are
by the
under
ward,
attack.
the upper left by the tower. Glorious. Thank you, Red Bull, for the tier 1 sub. Is that like real Red Bull? Or did someone take your name? Anyway, this gave us wings. Thanks, man. Or lady.
And thank you, Isoc Hawks, for the sub as well. Welcome. So, Keeper without expansion worked out surprisingly well for a long time, but sooner or later, you kind of need that expansion. We still don't have it. And Lynn is pushing in again. This time with a mana pawn in the shadow. I love that.
Oh, that's big, yeah. Lynn is making a lot of good calls here.
A town is under siege.
But will the mass armor still doesn't have the 2/2. Illusion again. Lightning shields again. The blade mass is kind of low. He has no invul. And no healing, except the heal wave.
And the shadow has mana, but the shaman are almost dry. There were some wisp detonates there that did connect. Oh, the lightning shield though. Good damage.
AoE. But the
But
archers
again, the
don't
heal spray.
take that much damage exactly. And then we have heal spray. Shop is still up. He has money for the mana potion on the exactly alchemist. There we go. The hunts are falling okay, but they're the meat shield. That's what they're supposed to do. Snake Stick still gets some kills.
Double 5 shadow, right? Yeah.
Oh, that's so big. Oh, that's so big.
Super snakes, boys. But the Tree of Life came up.
Players'
Yeah.
forces are under
Super
This
surprised
is
by
a
that as
little
well.
dangerous. Yeah, he couldn't
Little-
have put a tower there. right
Exactly.
away?
Little sloppy with the macro. He was focused on the fight. In the last fight, he put wisp. One of the first fights, he put wisps into the main and could tower there. Here, we forgot about it. And the meat shield is gone for the orc as well. 45 supply, 2 grunts only.
Couple of Moonwells in the back are also full mana. LawLiet needs to make use of these.
Oh yeah.
Oh, needs
Two
to
of
open
them.
up the way into the back.
Eh.
A town is under siege.
300 mana Moonwells, LawLiet!
So here we go. We're pushing the Tree of Life once again, but only 2 grunts and the blade. That's not good damage. It's a
Might
cool back
be
and forth
good
game
enough.
between the two.
Oh, it's heal
But-
wave 3.
Okay. Surprising.
Yeah, maybe that nowadays that's, or at this stage in the game, that's more about archers. Makes sense. Expansion, dead again. But Alchemist with full mana is gonna have a lot of heal sprays over here.
2 shaman fall immediately. Will we get level 5 alchemist? That would be so much healing. Takes care of the lightning shields illusion fairly easy. And wisps are coming in again for the detonate.
Wait, Master being controlled. Oh, it's around the Alchemist.
Yeah.
He is pretty tanky though.
He keeps it closed with the blade. Nice move by Lin. Another perch coming in to slow him down. And Tangle to prevent the Blade Master's damage. Only archers remaining. Grunts can easily go for it now.
He's got Bloodlust!
He's got
He got
Bloodlust.
tier
Remo,
3!
it's your time. Didn't see the
Oh my
tier 3
goodness.
at all. Perch on the Blade Master, of course, with the Lightning Orb as well. It's time to put the nail in the coffin. There's no TP on the Keeper. He's so fast with everything. This Alchemist won't last much longer anyway. Need more Perch.
Players' forces
Oh, I was waiting for this for so long. Finally, we see it. And as we're approaching Mind Out, it makes sense as well for the next base. Oh, the Keeper there has to be careful.
Out.
Look at his attack speed. He's big, he's bad, he's angry. Oh, he doesn't have many units left
Nope.
over here.
That's the thing, like, Bloodlust is cool and all, but is it so effective? Again, Orc no mana has to retreat and 43 supply for the Night Elf left, and he has the free expo.
Mains are soon to expire. 900 gold left.
Another Shaman kill, close to 5 Alch.
This is super cool. But the Shaman mana is rather low. Then would love to have a Catgust Pipe here, but can't drop on this map.
Oh, Lin got the Tiny Great Hall. I was
Tiny
wondering,
Great
like, he has
Hall.
4
Nice.
gold
Players'
remaining. How is
forces
that
are
supposed to work? But, yeah, Tiny Great Hall. Super expensive, but so far away of LawLiet's main. To push this will take forever, and I don't think it's possible, right?
Lynn, you shouldn't have Bloodlust on autocast for creeping, though. It costs a lot of mana.
That's true. Still no tower in the bottom. So close to the 5 Alchemist.
I'm so happy about this Bloodlust, man. Oh, that warms my heart. It's gonna be level 5 here as well. Is he gonna go level 3 Illusion? He still has Bloodlust on autocast. Is that the right call?
It's very fast creeping.
That's true.
A player's forces are under attack.
He's not going for the red spot. I thought with all the damage he had, it should be easy. And he stays kind of close to his main as well, but he wants a fight. He's bloodthirsty. Hehe.
He certainly is. Mass sentry wards everywhere. So much vision for Lin. He knows exactly where he can go. How far he can go. We don't have an Orb of Lightning, which makes me a little bit sad, but this is good enough, I guess. Bloodlust, Lightning Shield, level 3 Mirror Image. What was considered to be a meme only for years has found its way into the meta.
Good detonates though. Into the meta, yeah. We'll see about that, I guess.
This is the 3rd game with Mirror Image officially in the meta.
We
I'm
don't
calling
have
it now.
we don't have mana anymore. Only the potion on the Shadow Hunter. Can LawLiet hang in? He's getting fast reinforcements. He's getting the Tree of Ages into the fight as well. If he loses that fight, it's definitely over. But where's the damage from the Orc again? Level 5 Alchemist, level 3 Heal Spray heals a lot, and there's no disable against it.
LawLiet holds on, expertly done. But this was a lot of wisps.
Yeah, that
it's
cost
almost
a lot.
all of his wisps.
Yeah. Keeper
Fortunately,
level
he has a lot of lumber, so he doesn't need the lumber wisps. He can put him into the gold mine.
Ooh, Shadow Melt to save the hunt.
Oh, look at that heal spray. Oh my goodness, the healing.
It's very good, Remo. It's very,
very
very
good.
good. So, take out the tower and establish your Tree of Ages. Lin not going for anything else. Was waiting for my favorite upgrade, the Adept for the stasis traps, but no.
Stasis traps are actually memes, Neo. I'm sorry.
For now. You were making jokes about the Pit Lord Cleave as well. There's gonna be a day when the stasis traps will take over.
Lin with 56 supply now. Shaman have decent mana again. Oh, finding the Keeper. There's gonna be a lot of purges. A lot of purges. Blade Masters coming in. Keeper, one mistake. One's out of position. Can he afford the staff? He really can't. And this Keeper's gonna die. Oh, LawLiet. He held on so well for so long, but this might be a little bit too much.
Was there no potion in the shop, or would it? Well,
He was broke. Had no
okay.
gold.
Ah, yeah. There's no gold anymore. I see. So shop fault. It's a keeper. It's not a keeper. It's an alchemist to rule them all. Acid bomb into the back of the casters, but the lightning shield, man, wrecking the hunts once again. Still no 2/2 upgrade. 24 minutes into the game.
Only on the Blade Master. Not on the rest of the units.
So
But
fast.
many lightning shields.
Swoop, swoop, swoop. Looks like a custom game.
You remember that game 7 Blade Masters?
Yep.
This is what it's looking
That's
like.
one of them. Heal spray is
Alright.
good, but piercing damage against heroes is not. And once we get Blade Storm, this is so over. It's already over, but then it's definitely over. I think Lin is having fun right now with this combo. And again, another tool in the box that orcs can use at some point.
Yeah, so rare to see tier 3 orc in this matchup. But especially for the tiny. Like, the Bloodlust was cool,
Yeah.
but I think the tiny is the biggest benefit here.
Yeah.
I still want to see that Orb of Lightning, though.
Look at the dots on the map, like where Lin has vision. I disabled
Yeah.
the terrain for a second so you can see it better. He has a map hack.
Yeah, Sentry Ward are a funny concept.
That's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say about that.
LawLiet has no production anymore. Both engines of war died. So he has to rebuild them to protect his expansion. He's not giving this up. He sees a chance to win this somehow. 60 supply for Lynn, 36 only for the elf.
This ultra will be falling.
He has pillage, man.
Look at the attack speed, dude. Give me that gold!
So much gold, and the keeper is not coming back from this altar.
Dude, Bloodlust Pillage, OP strat.
Yep.
Coming to ladder games near you. And the next
He's
9.
taking out the base in like a minute or so.
It's getting so rich.
And the second expansion is ready in the bottom left. Paid for by LawLiet.
And made possible by Tiny Great Hall. Second Tiny from the same shop. I think it's a super long cooldown.
It's a lot of firsts here on this map. So Keeper's back. Low mana, no shop ready. And he's supply stuck at 36. There's no way
Dude,
that Lynn loses.
Shadow Hunter is almost level 6.
Yep.
If there ever was a game for Big Bad Voodoo, it's definitely this one.
Bloodlust again. Not too many wisps to dispel this. No dryads, of course. He's using all
Level
of
6.
the wisps.
Let's
There
go.
we go. Give it to
Let's
me,
go.
Lynn.
Come on, come on, come on. Repositioning. You want to make it look pretty for the screenshots. Did you
He
skill
wants
it?
to cover everything. There
Yay!
we go! Fan service by Lynn. Nothing is attackable except the Shadow Hunter himself. And there's no way to reach for LawLiet. Back into the corner. How much AoE this has, right? It's an entire screen almost. And of course, rah 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 comes in once more. Blade Master
Such
though.
a beautiful ultimate as well.
TP's out. And yeah, we can't say that LawLiet holds, but I mean, we all know, right? Torrent Totem in the middle of the map.
This is the best game of all time. Officially.
TC third for more Torrent.
We need more torrents per minute here, boys.
TPM. He's expanding again, isn't he?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Third. Tiny. Oh, he's waiting for some gold.
A player's forces are under attack.
He must have quite the smile on his face right now.
I want to see
Where's the
Blades-
torrent though? For reals. Pulverize first, actually.
Okay,
How does he
but-
still have lumber? He has no lumber peons. Well, only grunts and items, I guess.
One hunter ass. This will do the job. And third Tiny Great Hall, 2,000 gold. I want to see Bladestorm, man. Bladestorm is very
A
fitting to
player's
this game as
forces
well.
are under attack.
True.
This Raz is quite good, actually. LawLiet is still supply stuck. Ooh, I was a little worried that he detonated all his wisps, but he actually has 5 left.
Imagine if the light wins this game.
A player's forces
Okay.
are under attack.
Tell me how. I have no idea how. I mean, hero focus, okay, but we have heal wave 3. And we have Stomp now as well.
Wait, more importantly, we have in about 15 seconds. I want you to zoom in on this, Neo. The most glorious unit. Ignore the push, ignore the fight. That one doesn't matter.
A town is under siege.
Torrent Totem, boys.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Totem.
about. Hey, hello,
Mother
little
Earth calls
buddy.
me. Oh, there he is.
So, he's waiting for the torrent to arrive. Hunter Raz again. Bloodlusted torrent, boys and girls. Lightning shield Okay. TC is getting nuked quite heavily, but you see the effect of a heal wave level 3. And the Tauren has arrived.
There we go. Now the game is actually in favor of Lin. Before it was pretty close.
No. We have no bloodlust on the Tauren yet. Now,
Let's go.
I'm not too sure.
Here we go! With pulverize! Let's see him just... Oh, look at those smashes.
Only focusing on the Tauren, of course. The pulverize against archers is so good.
Tauren new meta. I told you.
Alright, we're going for the heroes now. This is Blade Storm time. Oh, we don't have level 6 yet. There we go. Does he have mana? Nah, he doesn't. Keeper falls, Alchemist follows. And even LawLiet has to realize that this game is very tough to come back into now. He's not... Why is he granting you all the wishes and my one... Okay, 2 wishes of Status Trap and Blade Storm are not fulfilled? What's up with you and Lin? Do you have a special connection?
We have a 3rd game, Neo. Don't worry. Stasis Trap and Blade Storm, man. That sounds like a request.
I will send Lin $20 if he does it in the pro game. Town portal. Okay, GG now. In the beginning of this game, you said games on Twisted Meadows are oftentimes a little different. Well, Mr. Remo, he has all the knowledge. He knows it.
That was a fun one. That was a good one. It looked a little bit like a WGL qualifier game, but all the better for us. That was a cool game.
I mean,
and
it
I'm
only
gonna,
started
I'm
to
gonna
look
go
that
out
way.
on a limb here now, Neo. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say this will be the only Bloodlust Tauren game today.
That's a ridiculous statement. Come on. Everyone knows that we all play Bloodlusted Tauren these days.
One day, Neo, one day. And I'm gonna officially switch to Orc.
You would betray your race for that?
What? I didn't hear you.
You would betray the undead race for that?
I'm still gonna play Undead.
Just because it's meta? Make it meta. Find ways. Be creative. Come on.
I'm not creative, dude. I'm cookie cutter.
I know. You're just lazy.
Nah, I'm about refining and perfecting.
Mm.
That's the nice thing about Warcraft. It encourages different play styles for different people. You can play it the way you want to. And some people want to play the reliable style the best they can and refine it, like me.
All right, let's go into game 3. Decide who will face Fly in the winners finals of Group D. Someone was questioning in chat before, I watch all the casts. Why is everything Winnerbracket semifinal and final? That's because we have a group stage that goes double elimination, so automatically we have a lot of semifinals and finals in this GSL stage.
Word. So, map 3. Let's go, boys. We have a much smaller map here this time. Echo Isles for a 3rd deciding one. Fly is already waiting in the Winnerbracket final. Who is going to be joining him? Lin just entertained us with a phenomenal game of Bloodlusted Taurens. Will we be seeing that again? That will be quite something.
Yeah, without 3 tiny great halls, I can't really see that work. We do have again no barracks, apparently. So Blade Master harass once more, and most likely another keeper.
Okay. Interesting that he does it here. Against the Huntress build, that makes sense. Because when there's a Huntress build, because of Twisted Meadows, the Keeper will be there right away, harassing you, entangling you, being annoying. For that, having Grunts can be a little bit of a hassle, but Blade Master will always be safe. But here, Keeper will definitely be starting off with creeping. We have seen some Night Elves here, sometimes being greedy at the Merc camp. This could be heavily punished with this build that Lin is playing. But it's extremely rare, and not what we're seeing here.
Thank you, by the way, Trusty number 2 for the Prime sub. Much appreciated. 2,000 viewers on a Wednesday? 3 p.m.?
Hell
What?
yeah.
Players' forces are under attack.
Lynn versus LawLiet. Bloodlusted Torrents.
I think it's just because of us, Remo. The games doesn't really matter. It's just our entertainment, man.
I think it's because of Bloodlust Torrents, to be honest.
Bloodlust brings in the viewers.
Ah, yeah. You could see the peon was scouting for the Merc camp right away. He was hoping for that to be getting crept. But Lynn says, okay, that's not the case, so I guess I will go for the claws. If I have to, I guess I'm gonna hunt some claws.
Thank you, Granny Joe, for a 15-month resub. Also much appreciated. Dude, what's up with your calls today? Of course he gets a claw.
I know, right?
Yeah. Pretty damn impressive. LawLiet teching? No, not teching yet. Waiting for some lumber. 6 wisps, okay. Hunter's transition is coming.
A player's forces
Barracks
are
is
under
coming
attack.
too after the tech. Pretty much the same build for Lynn as it was on Twisted. LawLiet a little different.
Blade Master with the circlet as well.
So
Stacking
give me
up
another call. What
nicely.
item?
Scroll.
Come on!
I hacked the game.
Remo Stradamus is back. Pretty impressed. I keep on saying that.
You know it's just luck, right?
No, I trust you that you hacked the game now. And that you know
With
the
my
outcome.
mind. Damn, that would be something. Keeper is level 2. Could go for a bit of harass, but the mana's very low. Blade looking for the expansion, but LawLiet here very comfortable nowadays to delay the expansion. As it seems. Oh, one grunt! In a bad position. Whew, Lynn pulled it back right away. That was a little bit dicey right there. Don't want to lose your first grunt.
But what did that accomplish except a little bit of experience? Not too much, really.
I think he's looking for the grunt creeping and just trying to kill some of them. But Lynn smartly keeping them
Players'
far
forces
back.
are under attack.
Only really exposing his blade.
Shadowhunter again, as we're used to by now. Tech is the running sentinel upgrade, attack upgrades for LawLiet. And steals more of Lynn's side of the map, which is big. Gets a claw, otherwise it would have been plus 14 Blade Master. And this is pretty big for the Shadowhunter. Makes it a little harder to get level 3.
Yeah, also with the grunts being delayed a little bit, you may be a little bit lower on grunts. Whereas normally with the normal build, Lynn could be at 4 grunts by the time the shadow comes out. Now it's only 3, with which you still can creep the Merc camp, but it's a little more dicey. Especially if you don't have vision of the opponent. But that's a good thing about the Blade Master. He has found the Keeper, follows him around the map, and that's a big deal. This means this Shadowhunter can safely creep without concern.
Easy kill on the trade of some HP.
A player's
Alchemist
forces
and
are under
Hunts take
attack.
out the middle. Another camp that orcs love to go for because it's easy to creep the berserkers with grunts. It's also easy to creep with Hunts, and especially when you have Acid Bomb. I think LawLiet plays this well so far, but again, this very, very, very late expo.
Yeah, seems to be his new style. And the Blade Master just right-click on the Keeper.
Yep, the entire
You know-
time.
We know that move from Ladder, don't we?
Pendant of
Does it all
Energy
make
for
sense?
the Shadowhunter.
Oh yeah.
Trying to intercept a little. But
Lynn knows where the Keeper is, but he doesn't know where the Elk and the Hunts are, so he's rightfully afraid. And the Elk Hunts are really close by. Oh, look at the Lightning Shield creep on the Huntress.
Whoa.
Beautiful. Made a slight mistake by not attacking with her first, but it's fine. He's creeping that camp so fast. The lightning shield creep on this camp is so effective, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, against the Murlocs who are all clamped up together. Super mega fast. Also, they don't have enough HP.
This Shadow, man. He's not being given many creeps at all.
Yeah. So the Murloc and the Ogre camp stolen. That means he has to either go for the remainers of the marketplace, where there's no item if he creeps it, or to the turtle. He's even... No. Is he going for the other Murlocs as well?
A lot of units are very damaged now for LawLiet, so this is a little bit scary. Alchemist also doesn't have a TP. With Speed Scroll Purge, he could just die really fast.
He finds him.
The Keeper has to come in.
Yeah. Has to be TP out, right? There's a lot of vision here with the owl. Knows that the blade is here. Oh, entangle. Acid bomb. Right. Clicks, but not enough. Just a little
We have
bit.
2 attack upgrade now on these hunts, so pretty good damage. And no Serpent Wards 2 against the hunts yet. Again, this makes a big difference.
Defense upgrade coming as well. LawLiet seems to be in a good position. Constantly intercepted, but this is this all time for his
Shadow!
progress. What is he doing there? Out of position. He was dancing a little too much during the Big Bad Voodoo on game 2, and he's still surrounded
He's stuck.
and dead.
Big mistake. Rare mistake by Lin that he's not properly managing his group. And
Berserker as
walks
well.
one target into death. Or one unit, in that case. A very valuable one with the Shadow. Uh-oh.
Big losses. Berserker and the Shadow Hunter.
A player's force
Shadow Hunter is the late game carry. And now he's benched. Can't go for anything with him anymore. Oh, I love this tree, and goes for a healed scroll at the
yeah.
shop.
Oh, and the blade!
Yep, dead. Oh,
Purge. Okay, Purge saves him. Man, nice place by LawLiet. Patiently waiting down here in this weird avenue where we normally see nothing going on. But he's waiting for a mistake and finds his opportunity.
yeah.
Oh, the lightning shield cover for the retreat. That's kind of cool.
4 healthy
good.
hunts now. This position is not that great, but it's just an overwhelming mass. Grunts are falling. Acid Bomb makes that easy. We have another Entangle, which will find the Blade Master maybe. Oh, crit. Gotta be careful. Heal Scroll used now. Where's the Entangle? Saves on it. There we go. And not enough damage. All Grunts fall. No?
That looks like it's it. Are we talking too soon? Shadow's back, at least.
player's forces are
But now the blade is missing. Oh,
Oh,
2
the
grunts.
Yeah.
Oh, the 2 grunts.
With the
They're so
glade.
important. Whoa.
And the Speed Scroll. Good saves, but that was expensive.
A little complacent, perhaps, by LawLiet to not chase after those units with the heroes as well. Then he would have gotten those 2 grunts. LawLiet keeps on pushing. The other choice would have been go back to the main, heal up with the Moonwell, and expand. And that should have been a safe expansion.
Again, the heal spray. So good. Blade Master at 60%. Can he turn this around? LawLiet also not going for the burrows. Could have been a method to get an even bigger advantage. But he also has no 5th Moonwell. So he can't break into 60. Taking out the shop is big because... okay, there's a clarity. Ooh, otherwise...
Altar is lasting long enough for the blade to come out. Has to go into Windwalk right away.
Yeah, no owl at the tree. Maybe a little mistake. Could have been a kill right away. Alchemist low.
Oh.
Almost no mana. Purge. No TP. Swaps it now. Gets out. Exit kills maybe. Grunt assert. Turns around. Gets 1. That's about it. Lin holds.
It was also a little bit dangerous. If he passes the TP but doesn't get the save in time, suddenly he's stuck there without a TP.
Yeah.
But he makes it out.
Second
Moondress
defense
is
upgrade.
looking pretty dire. But it's nighttime now, so regenerating once again.
Lin for the first time at the shop. 400 gold. Invul and heal scroll. Double heal scroll. Without level 2 heal wave. No potion, no invul. Kind of an invitation to hero focus.
And Hunt's at 2-2 now. Grunts 0-1 only.
Player's forces are under attack.
Peon's moving out. Is he really trying to tower? It doesn't feel like Lin does have any kind of big advantage right now.
Maybe just for a little distraction and a shop. Is this a big level? Not really. Oh yeah, these peons, man. Ay, 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 let's go back home.
5 supply advantage here. Not that much for the light, but these 2-2 hunts. This is as strong as they're gonna get. And we don't have level 2 Serpent Wards yet. He's so close, but
Yeah.
he needs 1 or 2 more kills.
4 wisps brought to the fight. Detonate against Shaman. Both Shaman. Entangle again on the Blade Master. There is illusions once again to get out of that, but he spawns in the middle of everything.
stuck.
That's an invitation to the Lightning Shield, but yeah, he can't get out. No invul, as I said. Entangle, right-click, damage dealer, dead.
And without the Blade Master here, can this really be doable anymore? Perhaps the Serpent Wards can do it, but still only one level 1 snakes. And no, GG. And the win for LawLiet. Lin falls to the lower bracket.
Damn. I was very sure that Lin would take this, given the fact that I talked to LawLiet and he felt very, very sick going into this match. But that was pretty solid. Very good creeping. Deciding moments, maybe. Stealing the Magi spot. Super fast. Creeping with the Lightning Shield against the Murlocs. Taking so much away throughout the entire game. Denying Serpent Wards level 2 or Heal Wave level 2. He himself had good progress, controlled the map, good execution, patience. Well done.
And a new style. Late expansions. No acid bomb. Pure heal spray. And high level heroes. Not perhaps in the last game because that was over pretty fast, but the other ones.
Yeah.
Cool. There's a new, slightly different way of playing Keeper Hunts.
Yeah. Without or with late expansions. LawLiet again, a little influential. Lin was playing something new as well with the illusions on Last Refuge and Bloodlust Tauren, but in the end wasn't enough. So we get Fly versus LawLiet as our winner bracket final, and Lin versus Sock in our lower bracket final. We say goodbye to one player in a bit. And that's our next game. Who will leave? Who will be the first to be eliminated alongside Colorful, Moon, and Soin? Lin or Sock? It will be a Korean, so stay tuned. We cover the entirety of this group once again here at Back to Warcraft. Yule Cup coming back in 5 minutes.